Hello students. Students for class 10th, I am explaining the chapter Nelson Mandela from last 2 days and I am going to continue with the same chapter today. I hope that you are reading the chapter side by side so that it becomes more clear to you and you are well aware about the thought which is there behind the chapter. Now, let us continue that after expressing the happiness of being the first president of South Africa when it became actually liberate, when it became actually free and democratic, Nelson Mandela has also expressed certain feelings which were related to the pain which he has suffered through. The sufferings which not only he, in fact, so many people, so many freedom fighters who wanted to taste what is democracy were also there. So he expressed, and Nelson Mandela said that every person has two obligations into their life. One obligation is for their family, for their children, for the parents, right? That obligation can be duty. As a human being, you have your duty towards your family, towards your parents, towards your children, towards your wife. One obligation is that. Then the other obligation, the other duty of a human being is towards humanity, is towards the country, is towards the people of the country. And every person tries to live with these two obligations completely into his life so that he could perform his duties sincerely on both the parts. But he says it was not possible this in South Africa. You know why it was not possible? Because either you can be a freedom fighter or you can be a quiet person sitting into your house without the demand of democracy, without the demand of liberty. That means you cannot demand both the things together because all the freedom fighters were made to suffer so much that they were behind the bars, into the prisons, they were troubled, they were struggled so much that they had to leave their families. Why he want to tell this to us? So that we can well understand that those people into South Africa, those who were working as the freedom fighters, those who were struggling for the freedom of the country, were those people who decided that yes, we have given up, we do not want to give our duties to the family, who's decided that I do not want to do my duty towards only my family. I want to be more sincere towards my whole country because the country includes n number of families. This kind of devotion was there into Nelson Mandela also. He says, the day I understood that either I can be a loving father, a devoted son, right? A sincere husband, affectionate brother, either I can be this or I can be only a freedom fighter, struggling for the freedom of the country, struggling for the democracy, struggling for the fair justice and liberty of the black people. Because he says that in South Africa, once you are born with the black color, especially talking about the people who lived with black color, that in South Africa, once you are born with that color, you are not liberate. You cannot fulfill both the duties. You cannot be given the chance to perform your two obligations. So he says, the moment I realized this, earlier I was also living a free life. I told you that he says that I always was free. I felt that having the freedom of going anywhere, sitting anywhere, talking to anybody was freedom. But later I realized that it was actually not the freedom. The freedom was something else which he could understand later when he grew up, when he saw that the fear which people have while going out during the night, black people, the fear which people have going to a particular educational institution, that will I be given the justice of getting admission into that college, into that school? Will I be given the equality with the whites to be educated? The time I realized that this is what freedom is missing, I decided that I want to devote myself towards my other obligation, the obligation towards the country, the obligation towards the people of the country. And he decided to become a courageous freedom fighter. And with this, he began his fight for the freedom. And then he also added and said that desire for the freedom to live with dignity and self-satisfaction is demanded by every person. But every person does not have the courage to fight for it, which he had and he started. And he also says that I knew that the oppressor, this line I'm reading because it has specific meaning into it, I knew that the oppressor must be liberated just as surely as the oppressed. What he means to say is that you cannot only blame the person who is making things difficult for you, who is making your life hell, who is oppressing you. In fact, you yourself is also equally responsible if you are not reacting to it. If you really don't know that what are your rights, if you really do not know that how you can come out of this trouble. Both are equally treated and both are equally at fault. And he says that the moment I realized the people who are behind the bars struggling for the freedom of the country are those people who cannot bear this, who cannot accept this, who have thought of struggling, and I was also one of them. And very beautifully he described through his words that how freedom was a struggle for so many people into that country who just wanted to have equality. Though they were free, though they were independent, but the freedom of equality was yet to be struggled by them. And that is what he says towards the end of the chapter, that not only me, so many people along with me have made and devoted their life a struggle for this freedom, and finally we bore fruit, and we were the one who came with the flying results of getting equality in South Africa. And he was proud enough to be the first president of South Africa with a democratic country, with a democratic government who will give equality to all those who are black and those who are white living into that country. And with this, children, I have summed up with this chapter Nelson Mandela. Though it does not seem to be a story, it seems to be a real picture which is depicting a true story, because we also have lived into such a country where the Indians have also suffered through this. We also have learned about so many freedom fighters who have struggled for this freedom. So try to correlate both the things and try to understand it not as a story, in fact as a realistic picture of something. Then you would realize that the chapter is quite easy to understand. I hope this is clear to you, children. Now we'll move on with another topic in the next video. Read the chapter and bring it to your understanding. Thank you.